So the first thing I want to do is create 3 frames under here and then make them kind of small. Then I'm gonna move them on top. I'm gonna move them on top of their frames. So what I'm going to do now is I'm gonna create some stacks. Under the main frame. For now, I'm gonna leave them there. And then on top of the feed, there's the frame that I created earlier. I'm gonna call this feed item. I'm gonna create this saved item. And then this is going to be the action item. I'm gonna make this create a component. Create a component. Create a component. I'm going to drag and hold Option and drag to create a duplicate. And I'm gonna put it inside of my stack. And using Command D a couple times, it's going to create a few duplicate as well. I'm gonna grab the save item, drag and hold Option, same thing to make a duplicate, and using the Command D multiple times, I'm gonna create a few duplicates. I'm gonna use the action item and I'm gonna bring it in here, and I'm gonna hold Command D a couple times to create a couple items. Now, using the scroll, I'm gonna create a scroll area into the whole thing, and I'm gonna connect it to the stack. I'm gonna go ahead and name the stack feed list. I'm gonna create another scroll from here, connected to here, and this is going to be, the stack is going to be called saved list. I'm gonna create another scroll inside of the action frame and drag and connect it to this stack, which I'm going to rename action list. As you can see now, we have multiple lists that look exactly the same. But we're going to change that by grabbing this stack and we're going to add some padding here. Perhaps some 12 of padding. That's gonna, and then the padding is not going to push the master in, so we're going to have to bring it in, and then I'm gonna touch this little circle here to bring it in and out. We have the radius, we're gonna make it 12. Okay. Now for the on this list, we want to grab the stack and give 0 gap. And then on the master, we're going to give it a border of 1. And that's going to give it a border of all the sides. I'm just going to change to light mode so you can see. It's going to give it, but we don't want to do that. We want to, we toggle and we're going to edit the top to 0. The right to 0, the bottom to 1, and the left to 0. Boom. And then instead of pure black, we're just gonna bring it down a little bit, somewhere around this. Yeah. And over here, we're gonna, for now, I think we're just gonna bring the gap to 4. Go back to die mode. What I want to do now is perhaps these saved items are going to have a photo. and this feed item is probably going to be a little bit bigger, so like that. And it's also going to have a photo. Perhaps the photo is going to be like that. So now if we check out our navigation, we have a couple items like this, and then some items like that. And remember that this whole thing is getting stretched. Perhaps we're gonna make this a little bit bigger, just because we feel like it should be like that. I'm gonna hold this frame and I'm gonna lock it. So we have a navigation wired up with the master components wired onto the top. I'm gonna teach you how to add more elements to the master components so we can see how the app is going to work on the next episode of Lulatorials.